Hi guys, my name's Jon Jones. I'm the head professional at Harleyford Golf Club in Marlow. Today is going to be our first instalment of my monthly newsletter, which is going to give you some pros tips, specifically today on bunkers, and even more specifically the new bunkers that we've installed on our 6th hole and our 12th hole. I've had a lot of members come up to me in the clubhouse talking about the fact that the banks on them and the lips are a little bit more severe than our average bunkers, and they're struggling with getting the ball up and out of them. A lot of this is going to be to do with the club that you use, the loft that you hopefully maintain on the golf club, and the way you strike the ball. So I have here a 60-degree golf club, which is known as a lob wedge. I know a lot of people will probably go for their sand wedge because it sounds as though it's the club to use, but a sand wedge has got about 56 degrees of loft roughly. This one here, as I said, has an extra 4 degrees, which is going to help us get the ball up and out of the bunker. What we need to do is maintain that loft the whole way through the shot. So what we'll find is a lot of people, when they're playing bunker shots, will stand to their shot as though they're hitting a normal chip. So the ball will be in the sand, and they will address the ball with the club face square to the target. Now when you do that, we bring something called the leading edge of our golf club into play. Now the leading edge is quite a dangerous part of the golf club. If it hits the sand, it could potentially dig, and you'll end up taking an awful lot of sand, but the ball won't really go anywhere. We want to use what's called the bounce angle and the back edge of the club. So if I just come a little bit closer to the camera so you can see, we've got the leading edge of the club here and the bounce angle here. Now, I have 7 degrees of bounce on my golf club, and that is going to give me a little bit of leeway when I'm trying to play this shot. When you have the golf club in front of you like this, if I was to sit it on the back of my hand and I lean the golf club forward, you see the shaft angle leaning towards our target, it brings that leading edge into play, and that's what I was saying we don't want. If we have the shaft angle leaning away from target, or at least vertically, the bounce angle is the lowest part of the club. That's how we want to address our golf ball when we play this shot. During the swing itself, we want to make sure that we keep the loft of the golf club. If I at any point close the face, I de-loft it, which means that it's going to be more difficult to get over the lip of the bunker. As you take it back, if you imagine my hand as the face of the club, as I take it back here, I still have the face pointing at me. I hit, and I still have the face pointing at me. And that's what we want to do with our golf club. So as I address the ball, I allow the face to sit open, which adds even more loft. It means that the leading edge of the golf club tends to point a little to the right, which is why you might see the guys on the telly aiming open with their feet and aiming to the left of the target, which counteracts that movement. And I take the club backwards, allowing the face to stay open. I try to hit the sand about an inch before the ball, and I swing through, and I keep the face of the club pointing at me on the way through the shot. Quite a good little technique while you're practicing is to draw a line in the sand about an inch in front, as I said, and that gives you a target to try and hit as you play the shot. It also means that if you take too much sand, you'll be able to see that you didn't quite get it right. All in all, as I said, we want more loft on the golf club, so use your most lofted club. Try to maintain that loft the whole way through the shot, and at the end of the day, we want to hit it hard. If you try to help the ball out of the bunker, or you're too timid, it won't get out. It looks something like this. Just in case you were wondering, that did go in. Unfortunately, we didn't get it on camera. But thank you very much for watching. Keep your eyes open for next month's edition. We're doing something different, and hopefully you found this helpful. Thanks very much.